Good morning, students. Today in Social Science Classroom, Part 2, Chapter 10, Mapping India, I will discuss with you the concept of rotation and revolution of the Earth. After this module, the student will be able to understand or analyze the formation or phenomena of day and night, seasons, and how leap year is formed. The motion of earth, that is also known as movements of earth. First movement of earth is rotation and the other one is revolution. Let's talk about rotation. Rotation is the motion or movement of the earth on its axis. It moves from west to east direction. If I will talk about a bangle or a top that is used to play and we start to rotate, it will rotate on a point that will be known as axis. Same happens in the condition of earth. Earth is also rotating on the angle of 23.5 degree is known as the axis of earth. While doing rotation, earth is also moving around the sun. That movement of earth is known as revolution. Earth has its own orbit plane. Orbit plane means the path or way in which earth moves around the sun. Then it forms the angle of 66.5 degree in the orbit plane. The portion of earth that receives sunlight during rotation while moving on its axis is known as day. The part of earth which remains behind from the sunlight during rotation is known as night. It takes 24 hours to form a day and night during rotation. It's also known as daily motion of the earth, 12 hours for day and 12 hours for night. What would happen if the earth did not rotate? Then the portion of earth that is facing the sun would always experience day and the portion that is behind the sun always faces night, and the life will be not possible in such condition as the part that is behind from the sun will be frozen. Now let's talk about the another movement of earth, that is revolution. In this movement, earth moves around the sun while doing rotation. Means when it moves on its axis, it also moves around the sun. This movement helps to understand the formation of season. In the revolution, earth moves in a specific orbit. Orbit that is known as way or path while moving around the sun at 66.5 degree angle. Earth completes its revolution in 365 days, 5 hours, 48 minutes, 46 seconds. We count these 365 days as a year and the remaining left is counted after 4 years. Then it becomes a day. And that day is added into the month of February. That is 29 days in the month of February is known as leap year of the year. The leap year always occur in the year that is divided by 4, like 2004, 2008, 12, 2016, then 2020. This year was also known as leap year. This phenomena helps to form the season of the year, that is known as winter, summer, spring season, autumn season.
This is, you need a bangle and a table tennis ball. Spin the bangle. You will see a central line around which the bangle spins. This is its axis. The axis does not exist. It is an imaginary line. Now spin the ball. It will also spin around an axis, but you will not be able to see it.
The Earth's axis.
Like the ball, the Earth also spins or rotates around its axis. We cannot see this axis. Look at a globe, which is a model of the Earth. It will help you to understand some more things about the Earth. The axis of the globe is tilted, means slanting. It is not vertical. The axis of the Earth is also tilted in the same way. The axis of the globe passes through the top and the bottom of the globe. In the same way, the axis of the Earth passes through the north and the south of the Earth. In the north, this point is called the North Pole. In the south, it is called the South Pole. The Earth always spins in the same direction around its axis, from west to east. Spin the globe to see how this happens. You can also see the tilted axis of the Earth. The spinning movement of the Earth is called rotation.
Rotation causes day and night.
The Earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. As the Earth rotates, the parts of the Earth facing the sun get light. These areas have day. The opposite side of the Earth, which does not get the sun's light, has night. Will have day and night. One complete day on the Earth is 24 hours long because the Earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. The Earth spins continuously, so we have a continuous cycle of day and night.
Revolution.
The Earth does not seem to move, but it is moving all the time. It rotates on its axis. At the same time, it also moves around the sun in its orbit. This movement is called revolution. It takes 365 days and 6 hours to complete one revolution around the sun. This is why a year usually has 365 days.
Leap year.
A year usually has 365 days, but the Earth takes 365 days and 6 hours for a complete orbit around the sun. The extra 6 hours from each year is added up. In 4 years, these becomes 24 hours. These 24 hours are equals to 1 day. This is an extra day. Every 4th year, this extra day is added to the year. The year with an extra day is called a leap year. The extra day is added to February, so in a leap year, February has 29 days. A leap year has 366 days and it comes every 4 years. 2008, 2012 and 2016 were all leap years. In fact, the current year 2020 is also a leap year. Now, let's see how the seasons happen. The change in seasons from summer to winter and then back from winter to summer happens because of 2 reasons dash. The tilt of the Earth's axis and the orbit of the Earth around the sun. The diagram shows the tilt of the Earth's axis. It also shows that the equator divides the Earth into 2 equal halves. These are the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. This drawing shows the orbit of the Earth. It shows the Earth in 2 positions on its orbit, in June and in December. Let us see what happens when the Earth is in these 2 positions. First, we will see for the month of June. Take a big globe and an adjustable reading lamp. Place the lamp in the center of a table. It represents the sun. Now, look at the given diagram. Place the globe in the position that says June. Make sure that the axis is tilted in the same direction. Turn on the lamp and focus the light on the globe. The northern hemisphere has summer in December. The northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun, and the rays of the sun fall directly on it. The days are long because the sun rises early. and sets late. Look at the North Pole. As the Earth spins, the sun never sets at the North Pole in June. So, the North Pole and the areas around it will have continuous day and never have night in June. This is called polar day, and the sun is called the midnight sun. In December, the southern hemisphere is tilted away from the sun. The rays of the sun fall less directly on this hemisphere. Look at the globe to understand this. The days are short because the sun rises late and sets early. Look at the South Pole. As the Earth rotates, the sun never rises here. The South Pole and in its surrounding areas are always dark in June. This is called polar night. So, in June, while the northern hemisphere has summer, the southern hemisphere has winter. In December, the seasons will be exactly opposite of what they are in June. The northern hemisphere has winter in December. The northern hemisphere is tilted away from the sun. The sun's rays fall less directly on it. The days are short as the sun rises late and sets early. The North Pole will now have continuous night, polar night. The southern hemisphere has summer in December. The southern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun. Its rays will fall directly on the hemisphere. The days are long as the sun rises early and sets late. The South Pole will have a
I hope you will well understand the phenomena of day and night, leap year and season. Still any query, you can call me on my WhatsApp. Thank you.